Hi everyone, my name is Anders Johnson, coach for the women's ski jumping team, and today we're going to go through a hip mobility exercise. Real quick though, before we get started, I just want to talk about the importance of hip mobility and why we do these exercises. First and foremost, hip mobility is really used for us as part of injury prevention, making sure that your hips are well warmed up and ready to go allows your muscles to be working properly. And so for a sport like ski jumping and Nordic combined, where a lot of what we do off the hill and on the hill, it is a pretty high impact sport. And so we want to make sure that the body's natural shock absorber, which is your hips, are working properly so that we can prevent injuries in areas such as the knees and the back. So today I have some help from our national team athlete, Samantha Masuga, and we're going to show you a couple exercises. These exercises really should be used as part of your warm-up, specifically before you do any sort of physical activity. It's just a few exercises, but these exercises will really help to open up your hips and allow your body to be properly warmed up so that we can do whatever sort of physical training or ski jumping that you guys have for that day. It's also important to remember that these exercises, the first couple times are going to be a little bit challenging, so make sure you go slow, listen to your body, and yeah, let's get into it. So in this first exercise, you can see that Sam is sitting on the ground with her back nice and straight, shoulders upright, and her feet a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. And we're going to slowly start rotating our knees inwards towards the ground. Make sure while doing this, you keep your butt on the ground and your feet on the ground. And we're going to rotate doing 10 left, 10 right. So in this next exercise, you can see Sam is still sitting upright with her back nice and straight, shoulders up, feet a little closer this time, and she's going to rotate her knee to the outside. Same like last exercise, we're going to want to make sure that we're keeping our hips straight and butt on the ground, feet on the ground, and we're going to rotate 10 on each side. So in this next exercise, you can see Sam's now laying flat on her stomach with her arms out to a 90-degree angle. She's going to slowly start bringing her knee up to her arm. It's important in this exercise to make sure that your hips are staying on the ground and that while you're bringing your knee up, you're not rotating your hips. We're going to do 10 on the right and 10 on the left. In this next exercise, you can see Sam still in the same position, laying flat on her stomach with her arms out. This time she's going to bring her leg up to her arm while keeping her leg straight. Just like in the last exercise, make sure that your hip stays on the ground and that while you're bringing your leg up, you don't rotate your hip. We're going to do 10 on the left and 10 on the right. In this next exercise, you can see Sam still laying on her stomach with her arms out to her side. This time she's going to take her leg and she's going to rotate it across her body and touch her opposite hand with it. So you can see as she's doing this, she's keeping that other leg nice and straight on the ground with her hip on the ground. We're going to do 10 on each side. In this next exercise, you can see Sam's now laying on her back. She has her leg straight in the air while grabbing it with her opposite hand. This is a slightly more advanced hip mobility exercise, so if you don't have the flexibility to keep your leg straight while grabbing it with your opposite hand, that's fine. You can bend your knee slightly. The most important thing is to make sure that as you see in the video, as Sam rotates to her opposite side, that we're keeping our opposite leg on the ground nice and straight, hip on the ground nice and straight. We're going to do 10 rotations on each side. And the final exercise in today's hip mobility will be lunges from a kneeling position. So as you can see in the picture, Sam is kneeling, her back is straight, shoulders upright, and the first lunge she's going to do is forward facing. So she's going to bring her foot, bringing it straight forward, and she's going to drive her hips towards the ground in the angle that her foot is facing. The second lunge that Sam's going to do is a 45-degree angle lunge. So again, she's going to bring her foot forward to a 45-degree angle and drive her hips towards the ground again in the angle that her foot is facing. And the final exercise is a 90-degree lunge. Again, taking her foot out to a 90-degree angle and driving her hips towards the ground. We're going to do 10 lunges on each leg for each lunge position.